In this episode of Latitudes, we travel one of the world's most picturesque coastlines on Australia's Great Ocean Road. We cruise the stunning Turks and Caicos Islands of the Atlantic Ocean, and delight in the natural tropical beauty of Guam, the Polynesian island paradise. First claimed by Christopher Columbus for Spain in 1492, these islands are still today drawing explorers from all areas of the world. These islands, located 570 miles southeast of Miami, are one of the 3 world-class destinations serviced by the custom-designed vessels of the Explorer Ventures fleet. These ships introduce scuba divers from around the world to some of the finest dive sites that the undersea world has to offer. Explorer Ventures' 18-passenger liveaboards offer passengers the many advantages of world-class liveaboard dive vessels, without the large groups carried at much higher prices by many others in the Caribbean and in Australia. The idyllic islands of the Turks and Caicos sit surrounded by turquoise waters containing 1,000 square miles of living coral reef. Caribbean reef sharks are common, as are spotted eagle rays, jacks, grouper and turtles. A mecca for divers from all over the world, the Turks and Caicos Islands are known for their expansive underwater visibility and the profusion of marine life of all sizes located within their boundaries. Also spotted on a frequent basis are black-tip sharks, tiger sharks, hammerheads and manta rays. Low annual rainfall and reliable ocean currents contribute to the remarkable visibility, as well as provide nutrients for the many large pelagics common in these waters. Famous for its spectacular walls filled with huge Gorgonian fans, barrel sponges, hard coral arches and macro life, the Turks and Caicos Islands truly offer a dive experience for everyone. Both budding and professional underwater photographers and videographers find themselves drawn back to the Explorer time and time again. Their experiences in diving these pristine environments, not to mention being spoilt by the ship's staff, certainly leaves a lasting impression. Though many of the dive sites visited are outside the boundaries of the Princess Alexandra National Park, which provides strict protection for much of the marine life, all of the dive operators in the area enthusiastically support marine conservation and preservation measures, which ensure that the waters of the Turks and Caicos remain pristine for future visitors. In October 2003, the Turks and Caicos Explorer emerged from an extensive refit in Mobile, Alabama, and began service in Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands. Scheduling 5 dives daily, including night dives, the vessel boards at Turtle Cove Marina each Saturday and offers 5.5 days of diving each week. There is normally little appreciable current at the sites visited, and visibility is generally between 75 and 150 feet. You'll explore the 5 different black coral species at Black Coral Forest and the reef sharks at Provo's Shark Hotel. These sites are so unspoiled that the sharks are always well fed. The deepwater Gorgonians of G-Spot and the spotted eagle rays of Double D are among the multitude of other dive sites along the region's plunging walls. The weather in the Turks and Caicos Islands is remarkably consistent year-round. The temperatures range from the 70s or higher in the winter months to the low 90s during the summer, with nearly constant sea breezes. Bantas are frequently seen effortlessly filtering the area for plankton. At specific times of the year, humpback whales can be seen migrating through the area. While travelling, there are always the smaller denizens of the mammal family putting on a show and generally just having a good time. These guys always put on a show when they see a likely audience. The main deck features an indoor dining saloon. A comfortable seating and entertainment area with VCR, DVD, CD stereo and wet bar is also located on the upper deck, just forward of the lounge-equipped sun deck and barbecue area. The upper deck barbecue area always seems to be the meeting area for all the visitors. Here they sit and talk away the evenings about today's dives and those on tomorrow's list. One visitor described his stay as diving, eating, diving, eating, diving, sleeping, eating, diving, eating and diving. Now that's what I call a vacation. For those with an excess of energy, there are night dives as well. Diving at night adds a whole other dimension to the Turks and Caicos area. The soft glow of the explorers' stern lights and the divers' individual torches allow for a brief glimpse into the nighttime habits of the reef inhabitants. Packing for a liveaboard trip is much easier than packing for a land-based vacation. The climate doesn't require much more than shorts, t-shirts and swimsuits, though sunscreens, sunglasses, a visor or hat is recommended. By the end of the day, it's good to know that the vessel features 4 upper-deck staterooms, each with queen-size bed and private bathroom and shower, and below decks are located 5 double cabins with private sink and vanity. In later editions, we'll take trips on the other 2 Explorer vessels, so if you're considering a liveaboard holiday, then one of the vessels of the Explorer Ventures fleet will certainly be able to meet all of your dive exploration desires. We continue our journey in Guam, a beautiful paradise island with a wealth of tropical delights. It's located in the Western Pacific, south of Japan and east of the Philippines. This Micronesian paradise covers an area of 549 square kilometres. Guam is graced with exotic beauty, magnificent white sand beaches, and vivid sunsets drenched in tropical fire. From the north to the southern tip, Guam offers year-round warmth and a host of leisure options, varied enough to please even the most discriminating traveller. Guam lies just 13 degrees north of the equator. It enjoys sunlight an average of more than 12 hours a day, while the northwest trade winds keep it cool with an average temperature of a very comfortable 28 degrees Celsius. Abundant rainfall keeps the island fresh and green. Travellers have been coming to Guam for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence indicates that the island has been settled since about 4000 BC. The indigenous people of Guam are the Chamorros, a Micronesian race that traces its origins to Southeast Asia. Guam was discovered by the Western world in 1521 by Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan. The island was claimed for Spain in 1665. It remained a Spanish colony for more than 300 years. Today, Guam is America's most western territory and the gateway to the magnificent Micronesia. Getting to Guam is easy. The island is serviced by a number of international and commuter airlines. Regular flights connect Guam with numerous points throughout Asia, the Pacific, and US. Guam International Air Terminal is a spacious tri-level complex located only 2 miles from Tumon Bay's Hotel Row. The local currency is US dollar, and although English is spoken throughout the island, the local people continue to speak their own Chamorro language. Getting around Guam is easy. Although an island steeped in tradition, visitors don't have to rely on a traditional form of transport. Most hotels have courtesy vehicles for airport transfers. International and local car rental stands operate from airport counters, hotel lobbies and other locations around the island. There is sure to be a form of transport to match everyone's preference and budget. Guam is a unique travel destination that offers something for everyone. But it's still the lure of the sea that attracts the majority of visitors. Guam is renowned for its vivid turquoise lagoons, deep-sea currents and water clarity. The average water temperature is 27 degrees Celsius year-round. Whatever kinds of interests you have, surfing, photography, spearfishing, wreck and reef diving, jet skiing, windsurfing, sea kayaking, or just a relaxing day admiring tropical fish and coral in crystal clear waters, Guam can provide it. With more than 150 varieties of coral and clouds of tropical fish, Guam offers some of the world's finest scuba diving. Even non-swimmers can enjoy the underwater world by taking a dive in a submarine. It'll get you a close-up look at the island's teeming fish and plant life. Day fishing is great in Guam. Charter boats take visitors where the big ones bite. If that isn't enough excitement, why not try parasailing? Enjoyment of the water continues when the sun goes down. You can enjoy a sunset cruise and a dinner show, or perhaps a stroll on a quiet, sandy beach. Guam is more than the sum of sun, sea and sand. Luxurious international standard hotels are set in landscaped gardens on the beaches of Tumon Bay, the island's premier resort destination. A few hotels are also located in the southern and central parts of the island. A number of fine business hotels and family-style accommodations are located in Hagatnya, Meiti, Tamuning and Mangaleo. As the island is small, most of these properties are only minutes away from Guam International Air Terminal. Many hotels also offer excellent facilities to cater for families. There are numerous spa facilities, pools, water slides and activities for everyone to enjoy. In later episodes of Latitudes, we'll discover other delights of this glorious tropical paradise. On this spectacular journey to Australia's southeast coast, we discover its natural beauty along one of the world's most scenic roads, the Great Ocean Road. It follows 300 kilometres of breathtaking Victorian coastline. In 1918, Geelong Mayor Howard Hitchcock had a great vision to build the Great Ocean Road as a memorial to soldiers who fell in the Great War of 1914 to 1918. Using thousands of returned soldiers and basic tools, the road was finally completed in 1932. An hour from Melbourne, the Great Ocean Road journey begins in Geelong, the city by the bay. It's a great location for sailing or a sightseeing cruise. The new Geelong waterfront offers many activities. Enjoy the buzz and excitement all year round. There are plenty of cafes and restaurants to choose from in Geelong, all with a waterfront view. Colourful bollards depict local characters. You'll find them along the waterfront promenades. The eastern beach has been faithfully restored to its historic splendour, retaining all the charm and splendour of a bygone era. The Geelong Art Gallery houses works of art by early Australian artists. There is also a stimulating contemporary collection of sculptures and paintings. The National Wool Museum relives Geelong's wool connection in a beautifully restored historic wool store on the waterfront. The new Ford Discovery Centre takes a fascinating look at the Australian motoring history, with plenty of interactive exhibits to entertain you. At night, the city comes alive. Events, restaurants, entertainment, cinemas, theatre and live shows offer something for everyone. The beautiful Bellarine Peninsula offers so much. The wineries serve up superb food and wine with bay vistas. Spectacular summer entertainments in the vineyards feature classical musical performances set against a spectacular bay backdrop. 30 minutes down the road is the lovely seaside village of Queenscliff, bursting with reminders of the past. Walk through the streets to view imposing Victorian-era buildings dripping with intricate iron lacework. The magnificent Queenscliff Hotel is a red brick building built in 1887, which is now home to the famous silver service Mietta's restaurant. The colour and fun of local markets add to the charm of Queenscliff, as does the vintage steam train travelling on to Drysdale. The ferry departs Queenscliff at regular intervals to the Mornington Peninsula. The Great Ocean Road continues on to Torquay. Colourful public art such as the foreshore sundial capture the local flavour. Torquay is also known as the surf capital of Australia, and with good reason. The biggest names in surfwear and accessories are headquartered here. The Surf World Museum captures the spirit of the popular pursuit in words, pictures and hands-on displays. The world-famous Bells Beach is the next stop on the coast. The consistently big swells are definitely for experienced surfers. The Bells Beach Classic has become a prestigious fixture on the world professional circuit. The Great Ocean Road is a stunning way to see one of the most picturesque coastlines. Join Latitudes again when we next trek the globe and explore fabulous and exciting holiday destinations. For further information regarding any story on this episode, log on to www.pbtv.com.au. This program is proudly supported by PATA and Always Dive Australia.